Match number 3 of this afternoon's programme, decided by 1-4. Presenting and introducing to you, coming from my right-hand side, from Brixton in South London, Jay Alexander. And Rumble Promotions proud to present, coming from my left-hand side, he's voted the newcomer of the year for 2024. Give a nice big welcome, Ashford, to Tommy Tanner! Commence wrestling!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's ring the bell and let's commence wrestling. A handshake, sportsmanlike action here at Rumble Wrestling TV on the Rumble Wrestling YouTube channel. Referee Matt Wilson in charge of this one-on-one matchup in the black and red trunks. It's Jay Alexander making a long-awaited return to Rumble Wrestling TV. I do believe last time we saw him was against Adam Mansfield in this very building. Canadian Destroyers and all. Facing, of course, the man in the multi-coloured print, the Ultimate Geezer himself, Tommy Tanner, the 2024 newcomer of the year here at Rumble Wrestling. And lovely wristlock maintained control there by Tommy Tanner. By the way, Tommy Tanner is absolutely jacked. Man is in prime conditioning, and yet somehow is still as athletic as he is. It frankly begs belief, and it's disgusting for all of us who are trying so hard in our dojos around the world to get better as professional wrestlers. Genetics be damned. Collar and elbow tie up here by Tommy Tanner, and now isolating that wrist once again, looking for wristlock control. Gets it against Jay Alexander, who, by the way, is a absolutely stellar prospect when it comes to professional wrestling. There aren't enough soliloquies and novellas that I can ramble on about when it comes to Jay Alexander and his level of performance. This really is a matchup between two of the best young studs in professional wrestling. Look out, ladies and gentlemen, because in years to come, you're going to be talking about Tommy Tanner and Jay Alexander. Let me cartwheel and kip up escape. There's that athleticism I was talking about. And the arm wringer takes Jay Alexander over. And Jay Alexander caught a little bit off guard by Tommy Tanner's ability, and there's not much of a scouting report on Tommy Tanner, of course. Very little footage to be seen of the man, as he is in the infancy of his career, and yet, conditioning-wise, absolutely the ever-present Adonis of Rumble Wrestling. Not hard to see why everybody is getting excited about Tommy Tanner so early on in his career. And as his Instagram would suggest, the man is absolutely dedicated to the sport. And not only that, the craft, the nutrition, everything that is needed to be a true megastar in this game. It's all or nothing for both of these men. And Jay Alexander going a little bit low there. Not a low blow, of course, but a kick to the gut, and taking a small shortcut, which I don't think the Rumble Wrestling fans enjoy as much. Lovely athleticism as Tommy Tanner goes up and over, ducks the clothesline, catches Jay Alexander with beautiful head scissors, takes him right over with a quarter corner runner. And now, Tommy Tanner, it's all about positioning right now, and he has control of the ring. And now, oh, look out, Jay Alexander getting out of dodge, and Tommy Tanner showing off that beautiful aerial athleticism. A little bit of flexing, a little bit of showboating from Tommy Tanner. These are two young men, by the way, who have everything to prove and everything to gain in professional wrestling. Jay Alexander, despite a handshake and a little bit of a code of honor at the beginning of this matchup, seems to have he's saying he's got plenty of time, and he's, dare I say, very slowly drawing the ire of the audience here in Ashford. And essentially now he's jaw-jacking with a member of the audience. Bit of a surprise, and oh boy, Tommy Tanner is saying, do you know what, mate, I'm not going to wait for you to get back in the ring, and that will be his undoing, because Jay Alexander certainly has more big match experience than Tommy Tanner, and proved that right there, hanging him out to dry on the top rope. And now Jay Alexander is going to take full advantage of a prone Tommy Tanner here. Irish whip to Tommy Tanner off the ropes, clothesline, short on clothesline, takes down Tanner. Pinfall, referee Matt Wilson in perfect position as always as the head official of Rumble Wrestling. Magnificent Tony Ham at ringside, capturing photography of this event. Check out all of those magnificent photos on the Rumble Wrestling Facebook page, and of course, check out Tony Ham's personal page as well. some of the finest photography you can see in Kent. Irish whip now from Jay Alexander to Tommy Tanner. It follows him right in. You might have noticed, just ran with him there. Very unorthodox offense at times from Jay Alexander. It is something that is very exciting for people who are looking at the next big things when it comes to professional wrestling. Not only that, he has height, he has power. Something that the newer crop of professional wrestlers don't often have. And there's that power on display. Suplex from a standing position. Doesn't even go down with him, just a release. Absolutely outrageous strength and power from Jay Alexander. May not be quite as shiny as Tommy Tanner, but I tell you what, ever the accomplished technician. A real hybrid athlete. And Jay Alexander is another one of these incredible professional wrestlers who seems to be able to do absolutely everything. The utility player, so to speak. The Cedric Peeling of professional wrestling. Jay Alexander. And now Tommy Tanner throwing hands in the midsection. It gets a forearm right in the face. Sit back down, says Jay Alexander. I have none of your shenanigans, sunshine. This crowd are all over Jay Alexander right now. Rightfully so, he's certainly drawing the ire. Once again, Jay Alexander cutting off Tommy Tanner, going in for the pinfall combination now. Referee Matt Wilson, 2 count only. Tommy Tanner, you can clearly see, in a lot of trouble here. They're asking for a bit of energy. He's got brand new gear, a new look. He's in the form and conditioning of his life. But Jay Alexander is giving him the match of his life right now. And dare I say, Tommy Tanner, despite the fact that he faced Nino Bryan on Rumble Wrestling TV recently, quite the introduction for Rumble Wrestling fans on Rumble Wrestling TV, seems to be getting far more than he can handle from Jay Alexander here. As a point to prove, by the way, he's not been here for a number of months and is looking to make an example of Tommy Tanner and say, oh, wait, he might be the new shiny toy, but I'm still the biggest toy in the box. And now a stiff knee strike right to the side of the dome. For a pinfall attempt is Jay Alexander once again. Referee Matt Wilson says 2 count only.
Hey, off the head, come on. Hey, what do you say? No.
Rear chin lock applied by Jay Alexander, looking to just choke the life out of Tommy Tanner and make a real statement at the expense of Tanner by submitting him here in front of over 400 strong in Ashford, and that would send a message.
I don't care about you, Tanner!
Jay Alexander really showing his true colours here. At the beginning of the matchup, there was a handshake, there was the code of honour. Ever since, seen a slightly meaner edge from Jay Alexander, although to his credit, not really done anything particularly nefarious, just seems to have more of an attitude problem than Tommy Tanner, and a jawbreaker from Tanner creates some separation. Now, coming off the ropes, ducks the clothesline, ducks the back elbow, trying to build up a head of steam, and a Pele kick. Beautiful athleticism from Tanner. Jay Alexander goes down. Chance for both men potentially to recoup, but particularly for Tommy Tanner, who needs to get back in the game. Building up head of steam, back elbow off of the clothesline, and now can he somehow maintain that offense? Interesting dynamic there, almost a mic check of sorts. Now looking for a deadlift German potentially. Jay Alexander puts the brakes on, back elbow. Alexander says nothing doing, sunshine, goes for the clothesline, but Tanner ducks, German suplex applied. Beautiful kick onto his feet. The athleticism beggars belief of Tommy Tanner. Stunning from Tommy Tanner in a pinning combination, and 2 count only. Tommy Tanner now ascending to the top rope, and I mentioned earlier on in this matchup that hybrid athleticism both men have, particularly Tommy Tanner though, extremely impressive high flying. Went toe to toe with Nino Bryan, exchanging athleticism with him, but Jay Alexander, Tommy Tanner was taking quite a while to gain his footing up there. Jay Alexander cut him off and now has him in a fireman's carry off the ropes. Bad position to be in, and oh my god, an Oshigoroshi out of the fireman's carry. That swinging Japanese neck breaker onto the knee, and Tommy Tanner, to his credit, getting the shoulder up before the match is done. ANDmedia and Tony Hamdrings are capturing all the action. Once again, both of these men are so much energy being expended, and they have met each other at the crossing. Every single time they have had an answer to every single bit of offense that each man has thrown at each other, and now it is just a war of attrition, laying in those forearms. And Jay Alexander and Tommy Tanner look absolutely spent, and rightfully so, in what has been a very impressive and engaging matchup. Already 10 minutes deep in this one-on-one matchup, 50-minute time limit by the way, and European uppercut by Tommy Tanner to Jay Alexander, forearm in riposte. Speaking of which, both of these men pretty much out on their feet, just swinging for the fences with whatever they've got. Man, that was a very stiff shot. And now look out, Tanner comes back with a discus forearm. Jay comes back with a big boot to the face. Super kick by Tanner, doesn't get too much connection, enough to rock Jay Alexander back to the corner though. And now Tanner with the Irish whip out of the corner. Sends Jay Alexander into the opposite. Goes up and over, lands on his feet. Does Tommy Tanner, and now oh man, Inzaguri caught Jay Alexander flush, and Alexander, I think, was rocked a little bit from that. Finds himself on his back. Bad position to be in now. Tommy Tanner, look out, springboard 450 with the sit down. Beautiful athleticism from Tommy Tanner, and he beats Jay Alexander with that stunning 450 sit out.